Welcome everyone to Ask Yoki. Welcome to my channel. I'm so excited to have you with. So today we are going to be making a logo. Now, some people are like, well, I know I need to seek a professional. Well, you can, or you can make it yourself. So my first thing, what I advise to everyone who does their business or their branding, is to have a color scheme in mind. And as y'all already know, because y'all already know I have my brand kit already designed, these are my colors. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to go ahead and click it and show y'all how I made the Ask Yoki logos. And when I tell you I did it in less than 5 minutes, I did it in less than 5 minutes. So we can, again, remember, you can click right here, what you might want to try. You can scroll. So it has logo right here. We could type logo, if I could spell. We can also click create a design and search logo here, right? So just making sure that you guys understand that there are multiple ways to search for what you need. It doesn't matter how you get there, as long as you get there. And of course you can create a custom size if you need to as well. So I did use a template. So what I actually did when I was looking for it, I just clicked back to the home in case you're wondering where I went. I just typed logo and I hit enter. All right, when I type logo and I hit enter, it's going to take me to this page with these beautiful logos. So this is the one that I used. I just thought it was really simple and perfectly fit what I needed. All I had to do was change up the colors, and what I like to do is duplicate the pages once I have it the way I want it. So where it says Avery, I changed it to Ask. And then here, I changed it to Yoki. And this is a V, the other one is an A, so we're gonna change this to a Y. We're gonna do the same thing here, change this to an Ask, and change this to Yoki. And change this to a Y. All right, we got our first ones done. So then I'm going to hit duplicate page right here. And then I'm going to hit duplicate page right here. All right, so now we have 2 black ones and 2 white ones. So what I want to do is make this one purple because we know my colors. So we're going to go ahead. And the thing about using a template, it already has the correct font sizes that I want, right? But you're more than welcome to make it bigger, make it smaller, perfectly fine. It's completely up to you, but you need to know what your utilization is for. So if it's for a website, look at your website parameters. If your host is Wix, if it's Shopify, Big Cartel, there's so many different platforms, Squarespace, whatever your website is, look at the when you go under your website, look at what it says your logo sizing requirements are, and it's usually in pixels. And just like I showed y'all before, or actually I haven't showed y'all, this is where you go in and you resize. So you make sure you always click copy and resize and not resize, because it resizes what you're already in. I always like to have a copy of everything that I do. I don't like to ruin my original. So back to the task at hand. All right. I do like to sing, so just be prepared for some random singing. So I went ahead and clicked this A with the rainbow underneath because that's where my color is. Now, as you see, I know it says Untitled Brand Kit, but you already know it's Queen Yoki's brand kit. So we're going to change this to purple because y'all know that's my color. Now, if you notice where it says change all down here, I don't want to change all because it's going to change this one too. And I don't want that one changed. I want to leave this one white, want this one purple. And again, we're going to go down here and perform the same task of changing it purple, purple, purple. Okay, simple enough. Now, what I often get asked is, all right, my logo is done. This is just a simple one. We're going to do another one. That's not it. There it is. So there it is. We just have it in a different order, but the same thing. Now, you can reorder your images. So let's say this might have been like a Instagram, my Instagram story, or how I'm gonna have my post, and I wanted to switch the order around. This is where you come to do that. Okay. I'm satisfied, just double click. So you might say, okay, well, that's a very, very simple logo. I might want something a little bit more fancy. No problem. So we can go ahead and click add page, or you're welcome to start a new one. This page already came out black. We can switch it to white. We can go ahead and click up here on the left hand side that says design, and we can scroll through and see what we like. Maybe we like this. So if I was doing this for someone else, we can do my old brand name, which was Yoki Media. Let's see. That's different. There are so many different options now. As long as you can click it, you can change the color. As long as this comes up, sometimes depending on the font, you're not able to italicize, bold, or underline. Some features aren't available, but at all, like right here, the cursive font, just like I said, you can underline it. However, bold and italicize is not available. And again, just like I showed you, 9 times out of 10, the font size is the size you need. But again, it depends on your spelling and your wording. So if you have something that's long, you might want to find a logo that can accommodate that, right? We don't know who this person is, but I wanted to say that's my real name. I'm going to put N and Y. Now, if we want to break down this is 3 elements. All right, there are 3 things that make up this logo. It is this font in the back, this wording, and a white box. If I take the white box away, look. But we add it back, look how clean it is. Now the only thing is, when exporting this to be a transparent file, this white box may stay and it may not. It just kind of depends on how it exports, but 9 times out of 10, most of the time that I've seen, the white box stays. All right. And that's just because it's like our separator. Let's try one more logo. This one is kind of speaking to me. Let me see if I do this for my oil, luxury oils. And never be afraid to move something around. Now I usually well, since the additional template is here, before I do anything, like I said, I always try to duplicate. So I always have a reference. Having a reference is extremely important to me, so I know what I've done prior. And see what I changed. Like, ooh, and I love how they give you variations of the same thing, right? So many different options. Honestly, to me, the hardest part is finding a template that you want. But again, knowing your style, what's your business and your branding and what you're looking for, that will help you. All right. So if I'm a spa, I might be looking for, something a little more cursive. If I'm a cleaning business, you see the font style here. You see this is woodworking. You see all the design elements, they capture what I'm looking for, or like my ideal, like, okay, I can just browse that. I'm assuming you're a carpenter or you do something with some type of manual labor if I just look at it. And a lot of the big brands and big businesses understand the element of keeping stuff very simple. You don't want to add too much color to your logo. If you do, again, it's personal choice, personal preference. But again, just be mindful when designing your stuff. Sometimes simpler is better. All right. So now that I've showed you how to design it, I'm just going to close out of this. I'm going to show you how to save it. So first thing you're going to do is click share. Now, if you have a team here, you can add people. If you like, hey, such and such, let me send you this. I want your opinion. Or you can do what I do, just send a screenshot. You're going to click download. You can download all pages. It usually downloads as a zip file. Windows and Macs are able to open zip files. Usually you don't need any type of outsourced program. So you click done and you click download. I've already downloaded this, so there's no need for me to download it again. But if you want to download something as a transparent file, it's best for it to be on a white background. So I would click this, I will click done. That's the page I want, and you click transparent background. I prefer to use PNG files, but there's nothing wrong with using a JPEG file. So it's up to you totally and completely. And I will show you, ignore my little family here. Hold on, y'all. Let's see. I got them in here. So that's the zip file I told you. I just double clicked it and it unzipped. And that's what it looks like downloaded. And again, this is a logo, so it is smaller. Now, if this was for, the banner outside, of course, I would have to click resize, like for a storefront banner, to make it bigger. So these are the ones I downloaded with no background. So you might be like, well, why? Why would you need your logo with a transparent background? I'm glad you asked. We'll take care of that in the next video when we talk about flyers.